Hi, Tanya. I'm so happy you're here. I'm sorry I'm late. I was waiting because I know it's kind of weird looking up at my face. Ooh. Let's see if I can turn off. Ooh. Let me see if I can turn off this light over here. Hold on, guys. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. Y'all are getting up close and personal with me this week. This is my headboard. Yes, Houston's here. I am so sorry that I am late. Thank you. I was uploading a video and I wanted to make sure that was up before I went live with my people. So I have some exciting news to share. We're gonna wait for some more people to come in. So hello. Come in, everybody. Let me just let everybody know that I'm live. Because I'll tell you here, it's been raining for 5 days. How am I dealing with the social distancing thing? Not well. I am an extrovert. I love being around people. And I didn't really get a chance to make friends because I just moved to California this past summer. So I didn't really get a chance to go out and meet new people. And I really, really wanted to do that this spring. And then, Dat Rona decided that she was just going to come through and screw up everything. So it's been new lip liners. It's been hard, but and I've had a few down days. I've had days trying to focus on the things that I want to do when this is all over. And I've been trying to do things to express myself creatively, like making YouTube content, which I've been doing more regularly than ever. So that's a wonderful thing. Somebody actually asked me on my community, not on my community tab, but I think on my last live, they commented when they were watching the playback, and they asked me to talk about meditating and chanting. Because I don't know if you guys know, but I am Buddhist. And that's something that's been helping me through this. And so they asked me to make a video talking more about that. And I think I might do that on Sunday, as everybody's winding down and getting ready for the week. Maybe I will, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do, because I've seen people do it. I've seen, in tune with the whole stay home with me thing. Like they're doing a study with me, they're doing a cook with me. So I don't know if anyone would be interested in like a meditate with me, where maybe I just play a 20-minute guided meditation, or we just sit down, or I just play some meditation music for 20 minutes and we just sit there and meditate. But I have an idea of what I want to do with the video, where there are a lot of misconceptions about meditation and the track of Buddhism that I follow. So maybe I'll talk about that. That might be, I don't want to say that's my next video because I have something in mind for my next video, but that might be the video I film on Sunday. So we will see. We will see. I know it's probably going to be like it was last time where I say, hey, I'm going to be live and everybody comes later. So I know it's like about 9:30 on the East Coast. I mean, nobody's got anywhere else to go, so. Was uploading my last video, I found out that I am now monetized, which means I probably have to watch my potty mouth. Oh, so I can't be saying certain words. I have to be more careful with my content, but it is what it is. I don't really anticipate making a lot of YouTube coin. It'd be nice because I would love to use it to pay down my debt, maybe to pay for my car that I desperately need. Maybe I don't anticipate, because I was actually when I first made my first YouTube channel, I was on YouTube when all you really needed to do was just be a creator and you were automatically signed up to be monetized. And then they changed the guidelines, and I think I only had like 100 subscribers. And yes, thank you. And I only had like 100 subscribers, and then they put in those guidelines like you needed 1,000 subscribers and you needed all these hours of watch time. And I got that through Trisha Paytas acting a fool. And I really didn't expect that video to blow up the way it did. But I'm thankful it did, like right before I started working from home. Literally the day before I started working from home, I dropped that video, and then things just took off. So thank you. I'm trying not to make my channel I wouldn't mind. Well, my channel is just my channel. I'm going to talk about, hey, Kane. I'm just going to talk about the things that I want to talk about and things that I feel that I have a perspective on. I talked about Trisha in my last video, though, because she's still being an idiot. But what are you watching? Any new shows on Netflix or Disney Plus? I, like the rest of the world, have watched Tiger King. I did 2 videos on it. Well, 1 video split into 2. My roommate is watching something on Amazon Prime that I want to watch later. It's like the Bigfoot alien connection. It sounds ridiculous, and we all need a little bit of ridiculousness in our lives. Disney Plus, I've been watching a lot of classic Disney movies. Like I've been going back and watching 101 Dalmatians, The Jungle Book, Robin Hood. And if you say that the Disney Robin Hood is not the best Robin Hood, I'm going to have to disown you, because it is my everything. I love that movie. It's not my favorite Disney movie. My favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast, but it's up there. It's definitely top 5 for me. I'm waiting for all of the Marvel shows like Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision. I think all of those got pushed back though because of coronavirus. So, but I'm waiting for those shows to drop. That's one of the reasons I haven't canceled Disney Plus. Well, no, I never wanted to cancel Disney Plus because I love all those movies. I love having all of the MCU in one place and not having to buy each DVD separately. So there's that for me. But I do plan, I watched the new season of Nailed It on Netflix. I love Nailed It. I can go back and watch every season and still laugh at something new. There are 4 regular seasons and 2 holiday seasons. I love Nailed It. I love Nicole Byer. I love that show. So if you need a good laugh, watch Netflix. Watch Nailed It on Netflix. I'm doing a lot of reading to break up the binge watching. Right. There are books that I downloaded and books that I bought before all of this happened that I need to read. I could probably do with giving my electronics a break and actually, well, aside from my the Kindle app on my phone where my books are. But I could probably deal with I could probably do well with leaving the TV off for like an hour and getting into a book. So I definitely need to do that. Oh, but definitely in these times, I'm glad that we have the streaming services that we have. That's my cat. I don't know if y'all heard that. My cat is singing the song of her people. Oh, goodness. So, what is going on, everyone? I'm so glad you guys are here. Ah, it helps me to feel connected. I've been seeing some other creators saying that they're getting mad at people for going live as often as they do now. And I don't know what's up with that. It feels like I'm seeing a lot of my favorite creators being, do I want to say being attacked? Like there seems to be like an uptick in just negative and insensitive comments on people's comment sections on their videos, and it'll be completely innocuous. It's just like there's a creator I follow on all of her platforms, Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. And somebody told her to change the name of her channel because she's not doing Spooky Lips anymore. Like this person was like, yeah, I went through your backlog of videos, and the last 3-4 videos you did, you were wearing nude lips. If you should change your name if you're not here to do the Spooky Lips. Somebody may report you to YouTube or clickbait. I'm like, how much time? I mean, I know a lot of us have a lot of time on our hands, but like, how miserable do you have to be to sit there and type out that how dare you not wear a dark lip if your channel name is Spooky Lips? Really? And like people are complaining about people going live and all of that. It's like for some of us, it's a way to help us continue to feel connected because we can't really leave our homes unless it's for essential purchases or we're going to get medical supplies. And it's a way to connect. And yeah, it's a way to connect by yourself or you only live with one other person. It's like if you need a different perspective on something, you're like, hey, let me just go live and have this conversation with my little followers and see what they think about this, or if they've seen this and get their views, or just something else to do. Sometimes you've just done everything. You've organized all of your shelves. You've decluttered the makeup that you don't want. You've cleaned your bathroom. You've run the dishwasher. You've done the laundry. You've read the Harry Potter series. What else can you do? Like, this has been almost, what's today? Today's the 10th, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's April 10th. I've been working from home. I think this is the end of my third or fourth week. I've lost track. Like, after you've done all the things, why not go live just to sit and chat? Like, I love doing this. I plan to do this it hit me because I used to watch that show Friday Night Lights. So I'm like, yeah, Friday Night Lives. Why not? Yeah. Like, those can be annoying, like Houston. Yeah, see, you can lose your mind being in the house too much. Me, I'm thinking like I might have to go ahead. I feel bad. I feel dumb because I thought, since I was going outside all the time before all of this, that I didn't need to take my vitamin D anymore. Now I'm not going outside. I'm gonna need to up my vitamin D because not really seeing the sun. I mean, I could go for a 20-minute walk, but like I said, it's been raining every day since Sunday night it started, and it literally just stopped. Like the sun finally came out like an hour ago. So I'm hoping this weekend, after I get done what I need to get done around the house, that I can go take a walk because I need to be outside. I need to breathe some fresh air. Ugh. It's a lot. It's a lot. there are little things that I used to take for, well, actually, I can't say I took them for granted. I was grateful that I got to, especially like when I was at work and I used to be able to go and take my walks every day. I was very, very grateful to have that. Hey, solar system. Have you done all your homework this time? Remember, like you had homework you were supposed to do when this is all over. And that's, like I said, that's one of the things that's getting me through. And I just wish that people, I don't know, maybe it is people being cooped up that's making them a little more mean. Is it what's, why people are, because people have all the free time, they're like, I'm just going to go over here on this person's video. I'm going to watch their entire video and then tell them that I didn't like their video. What? Yeah, that's true. That's true. People are mean no matter what they do. Thankfully, I haven't been getting a lot of hate on my videos. Like, I think I got like one negative comment on one of my past videos where somebody was, oh, it was a video about Trisha Paytas, and they were like, please stop milking this for views. And I'm like, then don't watch. Why did you cut your hair? I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of people who would never dream, especially like people I actually know, not just people on social media, but people I actually know who are like, I've never had bangs in my entire life, but I really want bangs. Should I cut them? And I'm like, please don't. Not because I don't think you would look good with bangs. You wouldn't look good with bangs. I just think you should wait until you can see a professional. Please. That's yep. I'm just like, that's why I wear wigs. If I want to change my hair, I can just take it off and put on a new one. Oh, even though I get flack for that too, but whatever. Oh, goodness. So what's going on, guys? Throw some topics at me. Let's have a back and forth. You know I love you guys. You know what I wish though? I wish, well, no, I think my roommate, well, home for a long time with scissors, have no self-control. I hear that. If I had a bathtub, like I have a shower, the main bathroom in our apartment has a bathtub, but I don't want to mess that up because I want my deposit back. If I had a bathtub of my own, I would probably be dyeing some of my wigs because I have like blonde wigs that I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can turn that a different color. Like if I want a lavender wig. I'm out here watching Jackie Aina and her pastel colored wigs, and I'm like, I want one because she and I are about the same shade. She may be a shade lighter than me in some foundations, but I'm like, if it looks good on her, it might look good on me. So maybe I should get a pastel wig and see what's popping. You know, I do love my natural hair too, and that's why I wear it out. I tend to wear it out when after I've washed it and deep conditioned it. So you guys will probably be seeing that tomorrow, like when I do my well, I'm not going live, but when I get up and do everything and wash my hair, maybe I'll leave my natural hair out when I do my video on Sunday, my video on meditation. Jackie Aina. Okay, let's talk about Jackie Aina. I know that Jackie can be polarizing. I actually have videos on here where I have defended her because there was one time where she said she only wanted to be seen by Black doctors, and people thought that that was racist. And I said it's not, because there is a documented history of people in the medical profession discounting the pain of African American patients. And there is article after article after article highlighting that, where people have said, yes, we are taught that if like a Black person says they have a heart attack, we're taught to second guess them. And, I went into the history of medical experiments being done on slaves because the belief was that Black women didn't feel pain. Their bodies didn't process pain the same way a white woman's body was. So I brought all forth that information. I think the thing about Jackie, I don't believe she's racist at all. I don't believe she's out here saying Black people are better than white people, that they're above, that they're superior, that they're deserving of anything over another group. And I'm not here to police anybody's language. I love her because in, you know, I'm pretty sure Jeffree Star would like this bed. If he saw my room, if you go on my Instagram, I have pictures of all of my bedroom, my bedroom furniture, and it's pretty blingy. So I'm pretty sure he'd be down with it. But I love Jackie. I believe she's true to who she is, and she's proud of who she is, and she's worked hard. And I think that people should remember that, you know, when people say that she makes everything about race, sadly for us, it tends to be. And that's not our fault. That's the way the system is set up because people point it out so often. So I love Jackie. I love Jackie. That's it. What do I think of all this panic buying? I don't like it. I don't like it. I am of the mind that you need to buy what you absolutely need and leave things for other people. Period. Like only take what you yourself or your family needs. Like if you have a huge family, then yes, you need to feed them, you need to clothe them, you need to make sure that your family has the necessities. But if you're a woman like me, if you're a woman like me and you live by yourself, I live with two roommates, but let's just say when I lived in New York, I lived by myself. There would be no reason for me to buy two huge there would be no reason for me to go to Costco and buy two huge things of toilet paper. Like I would probably only need one of those and that would last me because I'm by myself. You know, it's just I don't need to stockpile food because, you know, what if it goes bad before I get a chance to eat it? Like it doesn't make sense. I really believe that people should just be going to the grocery store, going to the stores to buy exactly what they need and leave everything else for other people who need the same things. Okay. The thing with the thing with oh goodness. The thing with well, the thing with Juvia's Place, and I have a video about that, Kane. Obviously, Kane doesn't watch my channel, but he's my friend. But no, I have a video talking about that. Like, Juvia's Place went about that whole thing wrong. Like, honestly, as much as I love Jackie, I'm of the mind of you can support somebody, but not support everything they do. There have been a lot of things that I feel that Jackie has done wrong on. And there have been times where like Jackie should have spoken up and then have not. But Juvia's Place was in the wrong there. Like going out and telling all of somebody's business, just keep it professional. Like keep it professional. That's all that. And doxing people, like she put people's home addresses out there. Like you can't do that. And then and ABH has their own problems. Like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about ABH right now. The last palette I bought from them, I actually broke my no buy. I bought the Mrezi palette because your girl loves neutral colors, and I do love that pop of blue. But I'm a sucker for a pop of blue, but I have strength. But I don't know about really going there with ABH anymore because there's just too much. There's too much shadiness. There's too much, especially because of their excuse for not expanding their complexion products, saying, "Oh no, the stores don't want to stock them." How can you say stores don't want to stock deeper shades of complexion products when Fenty stays sold out? Like, there's obviously a demand. Norvina stays on Twitter. We're asking you to create deeper shades of bronzer, blushes that work on darker skin tones. We want to support you. But no, Jackie hasn't said anything about ABH. Actually, if you watched her last few videos, she hasn't mentioned anything. Actually, her last few videos, she's been out here supporting like Pat McGrath, who is expensive as hell, and I've given her my coin. But she hasn't really repped for them. She hasn't really talked about Too Faced lately. There are a lot of brands that Jackie hasn't really been talking about. So and it's weird because, oh no, Goddess, you're good. I've only been here for about 20 minutes. I wanted to get I wanted to get my video uploaded. So, oh, okay, sweetheart. My BFF wrote me a breakup letter because she's going to a different college and we're drifting apart. Do you have advice? Okay. I was in a similar situation before I moved to New York. There was a girl who was my best friend. I saw her every weekend. We turned to each other for everything. And then one day, every time I called her, she refused to pick up the phone. She just wouldn't speak to me, and I had no idea why. So I think the best thing for you to do is realize that you were the best friend that you could have possibly been to that person, and that it's sad that she feels that she can no longer be friends with you or keep in contact with you because you're going to be separated because of school. But I want you to remember that you are still valuable, that you are still worthy of love and friendship, that you are a whole person, and that you can and will make other friends. You can still love that person. You can still it will hurt. You will miss that person. I missed my friend every day, and it's going to hurt until it doesn't. It's going to hurt until it doesn't. But you have to remember that you loved that person, and remember the good things that you shared with them. Remember, cherish the moments, the times that you guys laughed together, the times that you turned to each other when things were hard, um, the little inside jokes, all of those things. And you will get through it. You will. Yeah, I mean, and that's not the first I've heard of that. I've heard of people cutting things completely off, saying, "Hey, we should go on a break during quarantine because, like people in relationships saying like maybe we should end this because we don't know how long this is going to last and we don't have a chance to be together and our relationship won't withstand this." Um, Isolation does things to people, and I don't think that people will really understand the extent of it until this is all over. So, what my advice to you right now is to feel what you feel. Let yourself feel it. Write it down, journal it, scream into a pillow, do whatever you need to do to process your emotions. Don't hold it in. I am not one of those people that believes in toxic positivity, in denying that you hurt, that you're sad. Um, you need to feel it. And the pain will ease. You know, I, I lost. I broke up with the man that I knew in my heart that I was going to marry. And I broke up with him because he confessed to cheating on me. And yeah. Hey, listen, I opened up a WikiHow on how to get over a breakup, and that was 6 months ago, right before the 2-year anniversary of the breakup. Like, it's hard to let go of somebody that you loved dearly. But unfortunately, it's part of the human experience. So, yeah, I don't know why people are breaking up in quarantine, unless it's like people who live together, who don't live together, and then they were forced to stay together and they're like, yeah, we're done. Once this is over, I never want to see you again. I don't know. I don't know. Isolation does things to people. People are getting loopy. And I don't think people are really thinking at their highest capacity right now. I am. I'm doing my best to remain level-headed through all of this. I don't always succeed, but like I've had days where all I could do, I think, yeah, last weekend I got nothing done. Last weekend I stayed in bed all day, and I had all these plans. I was like, I'm gonna do my laundry and I'm gonna clean my bathroom, like scrub it completely down, and I'm gonna clean out my dresser and all of that stuff, but none of that got done. I stayed in bed watching cartoons because I just couldn't follow it. Yeah, I read about that too. That's probably one of the things that I'm grateful for. All these people dropping videos right now. But it's sad. I don't think, as social as we as humans are, long gone are the days where we remained in packs, and I don't say that to make us sound animalistic. I mean, where we, uh, what was it, clans, where we, like, the family stayed in one central area, and we all looked for ourselves, and we were all in very close quarters. So I think because we don't have the release of going outside and having breaks from people, it's making people go out of their minds. So yeah, yeah, no, I agree. If people can't make it through the quarantine, that wasn't meant to be. Meanwhile, I'm over here single as a Pringle. And I'm like, I can't even meet anybody right now. It's not fair. Oh, but trust and believe once this is all over. Well, the first place I'm going once this is all over is Virginia to visit my family. And then I'm coming to New York. I've been drawing, singing, dancing. Yeah. Yeah, I have dance breaks. I've been singing. Oh God, I wish we still had the days where you could upload covers to YouTube. I'd release like 4 covers every day until I ran out of songs to sing. Uh, you know, pray for that Justin Bieber breakthrough. Somebody sees me on YouTube and is like, "Hey, what do you think will happen if Chip?" I don't know. She's been trolling for years now. And I say it in the video that I uploaded today that at some point, all of this is going to stop for her because people are really going to get tired of it. Her fans are all going to grow up and realize that this is not the tea, this is not the vibe, this is not the wave. and she's going to end up with nothing. And I really wish she would stop and think about the legacy that she's leaving. I don't even mean about like, what will your kids think about you? Like, no. I literally mean like, is this really the energy you want to be putting out into the world? Is this really what you want people to remember you for being a troll, for being somebody that made it a point to offend every marginalized group you could think of? It's just like, you are, it's mind numbing. Like, I came on this, I'm here building my YouTube platform because I want to educate, entertain, inform, and inspire. You know, I don't, as much as any other creator, I would love to grow. I would love for my reach to expand. I would love to get, the 100,000 subscriber plaque. Like, who doesn't, you know? Yes, the point of being on YouTube is to have people watch you. Yes, everybody wants views. And it's sad that she has become so desperate for the attention and for the clicks and for the views so that her AdSense revenue keeps going up, that she resorts to everything that she's doing right now. And one day it's going to backfire in such a severe way that she's going to be left with nothing, because she's too busy living in the present and she's not thinking about her future. And I think that's why. I think she's been incredibly reckless with the fame and the money that she's gotten so quickly. And that's why she has to do this, because she didn't plan accordingly. So yeah, she's playing the dumb blonde character. And I don't know how many times she's been on podcasts. I think she went on Shane Dawson's podcast a long time ago, saying that, she's like, oh, who I am on my YouTube channel isn't who I am in real life. Like, no, my life is nothing like this. And yet, oh, honey. It's like, and yet you fight so hard to make people believe things about you. And it's sad. I don't know. I know she's the one disliking all my videos about her, but I don't know that for sure. But that's a bit presumptuous of me being like, yeah, I know she watches my channel. No, I'm just this little girl over here who lives probably an hour and some change away from her. When all this is over and I go to LA for a weekend, be hilarious if I ran into her. Be like, I know you're not mature enough to have a conversation with me, so I'm going to keep right on walking. Yeah, okay. See, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I almost made a video about her and this whole H3H thing, H3H3 thing. I remember when she was on the podcast talking about being trans, and I remember when she was on there right after her video about Anthony Padilla and him going after her for saying she had DID again. And you could tell Ethan was having a field day with it because he didn't believe her. I don't think he believes anything. And now there's this whole thing with her dating Hila's brother, and how they screwed Hila and Ethan over because she was supposed to be the bachelorette on their show. I honestly think that they're all in cahoots, that because they know that because of Trisha's controversial nature, that their videos about her get the most views. And they're like, hey, why don't we do this hidden collab and we'll get we'll get Hila's brother to date you, and you talk about this and all of the boots you're knocking, and we act mad, and we can just keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I mean, I'm just like, y'all were fine with her until she started dating, and now you're pissed because like I don't care that they're not. I don't care that they're together, but I don't want this relationship to happen. I'm just like, like honestly, the way I feel about it, I said it on Twitter. I'm like, if you honestly think that they're not in cahoots, I have a bridge in Brooklyn that I want to sell you. Like they're totally doing this together. Ew. Oh, Comic-Con. Okay. Um, there are so many characters. You know what's sad is I'm probably gonna have to buy all new costumes because this I went from a one bedroom apartment to a bedroom in this apartment. And I couldn't find room for my cosplay. So I'm probably going to have to buy all new costumes. If I go to New York Comic Con, I'm probably going to go first day in my Jessica Rabbit cosplay. I love my Jessica Rabbit cosplay. I may, and I wanted to redo Poison Ivy anyway, so I may do that. And do I want to do Storm? Like, part of me wants to do X-Men exclusively at one convention, but Starfire, I finally got my Starfire costume, but that costume is it's not revealing, but I'm gonna have to get in shape. I'm gonna have to get in shape for Starfire. Yeah. But so that's if I go to New York Comic Con this year. I might do X-Men exclusively, so it might be Rogue, might be Storm, and Jubilee. Jubilee and Storm I've done before. So Rogue would be a new one, but if I did that, I would do that. And then there's Awesome Con in DC, and I think I mentioned this in my video of what I want to do after this. But oh god, I haven't cosplayed Black Widow, and oh my god, I think Age of Ultron was out when I cosplayed Black Widow, so it might be time. It might be time to break Black Widow out. Oh god. If I post that picture on Twitter, will all of my people tag Chris Evans? Because I think he needs to see me as Black Widow. Anyway, hi. We gonna be here for a while, so if you're just coming in, don't feel bad. Let's see. But for Awesome Con, Zachary Levi, who played Shazam, he was supposed to be, because Awesome Con was supposed to be March 25th, but because of the Rona, they moved it to December. So I'm like, okay, so if Zachary Levi is still on track to be at Awesome Con, I may have to cosplay Darla, one of Shazam's sisters, and I will pay for that photo op because I love him. Not moving to Texas for him, but I love him. He's a 6'4" tall drink of water. Anyway, but there are what is your opinion of the new Marvel characters that were coming out for the new Avengers teams? I've been seeing some stuff about it. I don't know quite enough about it yet. So let me get back to you on that, Kane. Let me get back to you on that. I know that there are people who are you talking about the ones where they were like are going to be like the gender non-conforming Avengers? Like is that what you're talking about? Because I saw stuff like that, and even I, as a cisgendered person, was pissed off. Yeah. Oh, I saw that artwork, and I was like, what are you doing? This is why we need diversity in every area of every business, in every spot in media, period, because how do I can't. I was just, they are all bad. They are all bad. And I'm like, how do you not, this is what you do after Stan Lee passes? Like, I can't. Stan himself would not approve. Do better. Because I'm just like, there are other ways to draw. Yeah, I've seen that. that people are being disrespectful to fans. And I'm like, okay, you need these people to buy your books. So you should probably, we need to bring media training back. We need to bring media training back. I'm going to school and I'm studying public relations. Maybe I need to get a job at PR at Marvel because these people don't know how to act. Y'all need to quit. Like, actually listen to the fan base, hear what's being said, and take it into consideration, because this is not the wave, this is not the vibe. Get it together. Get it together. But yeah. Whew. That's probably something I should talk about on my Grown Geek Girl channel, because that annoyed me as a cisgendered heterosexual woman. I'm like, how? That's, you couldn't think of any other way to draw or bring to life a female presenting transgendered okay, just a male presenting transgender. You have to know better. You guys are more talented than this. You know what's sad is it looked like fan art. And it wasn't until somebody pointed it out to me that I was like, wait, this is real. This is what they're doing? Like, no. It looked like fan art. I'm like, this is bad fan art. Stop it. I know there are talented illustrators out there that you could give some coin to. Why? You can do better. Please do better. You ever start watching a show and can't finish it because the character is too hot and you get to a I hate to admit it, but that's kind of why I stopped watching The Witcher. Not just because it was dragging way too much, but I know that Geralt and Yennefer end up together. And I was like, I really am not in the right headspace to watch my ex-husband, Henry Cavill, make out with somebody else right now. So I just, I'm just going to pull back. I'm just going to pull back until, I have not fully yet moved on. As problematic as Henry is, I can't seem to let him go, even though he's, anyway. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I stopped watching The Witcher, because I'm like, I'm not ready to watch him knock boots with Yennefer just yet. I just done watched him and her knock boots with everybody else, but I can't. I'm just not there yet. Forgive me, Henry. When season 2 drops, I will push through the 3 episodes I have left, and then I will join you. But until that time, no. How funny would that be? How funny would it be if I actually... He is. I did read that. Kane. I haven't finished all the books, but yeah, I know he's fluid in the books. And I'm just like, I don't know if someone as macho as Henry would be down for that. Henry says that he doesn't care. He's like, he's held hands with his male friends and had his arm around his friends in the pub, and he really doesn't care. Like, he says he knows he has gay fans and he's appreciative of them, but I don't believe I would ever see him in a scene kissing another man, which is sad. Shut up, Houston. No, you know what's weird though is because I watched and I saw a clip of it. I saw a clip on YouTube of them kissing, and I was just like, this, I don't know if it was because I was lonely or if it was pretty much like, Alexa, play it, that should be me. I was like, my beautiful British man with no lips. It should be me kissing you. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. I wonder if Henry knows that because Henry's played the games, but you know what? I should see Call Me by Your Name because I do love Army Hammer. I've loved him for a long time, and all of my friends have seen Call Me by Your Name, obviously because I hang out with a lot of gay men. But I'm scared to death to watch it for that very reason, Kane. I've heard people tell me it's going to piss me off. So, who Army Hammer's character? Like, it doesn't he like kind of groom that kid? So I'll watch it. Maybe. I don't know. I've got nothing but time. Part of me really wants to do that on my channel, like watch movies that I know I should watch and then like talk about them on my channel. But like, okay, so I watched this. Here's what I feel about it. Let's talk about it. I might do that. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Kane, I know you follow me on Facebook, but I don't know if you know this. So this dude I used to work with, I still have the conversation saved. This dude I used to work with in New York, he sent me this documentary. I was already pissed off at him because y'all know me. I don't care. I'll say whatever's on my mind, always in a respectful tone. But, if I say something sexual, like it might just, that's who I am. So I said something sexual, not to him as in I wanted to engage in sexual activity with him, but I just said something, kind of flirty, kind of sexual. And that's all he wanted to talk about for the next 3 conversations. And I finally said, dude, stop. And then he tried, what do you mean that's a lie? Ain't you Kane? So you all bold now that I'm not in New York. But, I'm glad you were here, Ram. I'll do this again next week. But, yeah, so that's all he wanted to talk about for the next 3 conversations. So I finally said, dude, stop. And he stopped. So last night, he sends me this documentary from not Facebook, in Facebook Messenger, but it was a documentary on YouTube. And the thumbnail is a black dude in chains, and it's in chains. And it's a documentary about slavery. And he's like, this is really interesting to watch. And I'm like, what? I said, okay, so my great-grandmother was born a slave. She was born into slavery. I'm good. I don't need to watch this. And he was like, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up because like I said, I still have the conversation saved. Now, keep in mind, this is an Eastern European man. No, I don't think he was trolling me. This dude was serious. He tried it. Oh, and he tried to message me again today. And poor AJ was just like, why isn't he blocked? It takes a lot for me to block people. But after this, I just okay. Let me pull it up because I screenshot it. Oh, did I delete it? No. Okay, so here's what I said. And it's on Facebook and it's on my Twitter too. And I was like, my great-grandmother was born a slave. I'm good. He was like, well, this is about the history, not about your great-grandmother. And I was like, it's interesting to learn things you don't know. I'm like, do you honestly think if I just told you my great-grandmother was born a slave, do you honestly think that I didn't sit at her knee and hear stories of her childhood? Are you serious? And I said, the fact that you thought me as a Black woman would want to learn more about slavery is very telling. And he says, it's nothing to do with you. I sent it to a bunch of friends because I found it interesting and well done documentary. What it has to do with that that you are a black woman. I don't see you as a black lady, but I see you as a lady. Anyway, up to you. And then he sent me another message saying it talks about it as a phenomenon since the Roman Empire and ancient Arabs till our days, and talks about how it got spread throughout the world. So I don't know why you would make it so personal. Uh, and you know what's sad is these are the dudes that are sliding into my DMs. I don't know what. That's why I asked on Facebook, like, what do I need to do to get my faves to slide into my DMs? What do I need to do to get Bradley Martin to slide into my DMs and ask me what's good? Like, John Cena follows me. Why can't he slide into my DMs and ask me what's really good? Like, I can't with these fools. It's these. Oh, it's just like I don't understand. It's these moments where I really feel like the universe is testing me. It's like I wonder if I push her until she almost breaks. How would she handle it? Because I'm just like, I want attention, but this is not how I need to go about it. It's not the tea. It's not the vibe. It's not the wave. But he sent me another message today, and I left that shit on red. I left him on red because we're not doing that today. Absolutely not. I don't know. What would it take to get my faves in my inbox? I think I deserve some love from my faves. Houston? Boyfriend and there's such a thing as boyfriend ASMR role plays? Where do I find those? I have a friend who has an ASMR channel, but he does like, like the tapping and the opening things and he does typical ASMR, but like on, yeah, I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to look for research for research for research for science. Oh, well, yeah. There's all right, y'all. All right, but see, I'm afraid because, well, yeah, no, I should block him because um I don't need him knowing when I'm going back to New York to visit because he might try to find me. Yeah. So maybe I should hit him with that block. I hope he's not the type to be like, let me create another account so that so I can hurt. Anyway, let's talk about other things. Let's talk about how I can get my faves in my inbox. Just kidding. That'll happen one day. Actually, you know what's funny is I asked that on Facebook, and yeah, yeah, I don't know which country he's from, but but yeah, yeah, he's been in America long enough to know the tea. He's been in America long enough to know the tea. So um yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I used to work with him, and he tried to get me to go this exactly. He tried to get me to go get drinks with him a couple of times. The only time I would hang out with him after work is if we were with other coworkers, because I was just like, there's something. I could just feel there was something off with him, and I wasn't even trying to be mean. It's like, you get vibes from people. You feel you can feel things with people even if you don't know them very well. So, hey, buddy. It's like you can feel. Oh, sorry, guys. You can feel certain things about people, and it's just like, yeah, I don't think they're a normal. Well, I don't know. I know there are people who, I don't know, maybe that's just made up. Like, randomly, there will be people on my threads who are like, yeah, I slid into this person's DMs, I shot my shot, and now we're celebrating 7 years of marriage. I don't know. No, Houston, what we're not going to do, what we're not going to do is stand outside of Zoo Culture with a bullhorn and demand Bradley Martin's presence. No. And he shaved. He had the quarantine beard going on. Like, it was full. And then like his last Insta story, I saw that he shaved. And I'm like, thank you, boo. Thank you. His birthday is next month. You know what I find weird about Bradley Martin? See, he used to be very, I don't know, I'm trying not to take it personally, but I found out a couple months ago because he mentioned it on a podcast that he had a girlfriend for 7 years. So that means when I started following him, he had a girlfriend. And he used to be very responsive to me. It could just be because he's so busy, he doesn't have a chance to see every message that comes through. But oh yeah. Yes, goddess. Me and these thank you. We in these true crime documentaries, we just we thinking everything is a conspiracy. Any noise in the house is like, what's that? But yeah, so now he doesn't really, like, he'll tweet something and I'll tweet back and I don't even get a like anymore. Why doesn't Bradley Martin love me anymore? It's just not fair. No, but that is actually something, Miss Goldheart, thank you. That's actually one thing that I do want to do, is I do want to go back to Zoo Culture, but I want to be sure that he's there so that I can get my hug. I noticed a lot of YouTubers are starting to do that. There are a lot of YouTubers who are starting to like do like makeup and crime, where it's like they'll do a look while telling true crime stories. And I'm like, that's interesting. I can't do that. Because it takes me so long to just do a really good, it takes me long enough to do a regular get ready with me. So actually having to remember the details of a story while trying to put on my makeup is too much. Is Bradley Martin an actor? He's not a professional actor. He has been in a movie, but he is a bodybuilder and a gym owner. But he's really leaning hard into the YouTube thing. Like, he bought a house specifically to create content in. And he hangs out with the Paul brothers, which I don't like. So that's like one thing that I used to worry about. I don't know, like, because I'm going to be friends with Bradley Martin. But I was like, if I hung out with him, does that mean I have to hang out with the Paul brothers? Because I'm really not down like that. I really don't. I would have to literally bite my tongue anytime they came around, because the last thing I need is for any of them to start talking shit. Because I mean, they could. I don't know if they would, because I'm so much older than them, and they'd probably come with a lot of the old woman jokes, but I'm too old to deal with Jake and Logan Paul. Mm, it's too much. It's too much. I'm part of me like hopes they grow out of whatever phase they deal with. Ugh. Like, ugh. It's like I want to be famous enough to go on Logan Paul's podcast and be like, "Hey, dude, can you not?" But I haven't heard much from them, so hopefully they're just staying in their lanes and not like the last thing I heard about Jake Paul was that whole fake marriage between him and Tana. So hopefully they're just staying in their lanes and not. And the last thing I heard about Logan was when there was that supposed triple X-rated tape of him throwing neck. And he took it and ran with it. He was going to the grocery store buying bananas and eggplants saying gotta practice, and I'm like, okay, way to roll with it. But that was the last thing I heard from him, so I'm like, okay, maybe they are getting a little bit better about it. Oh, sorry guys, hold on. Okay. Yeah. Yes, that's Houston in his profile pic. That's actually the cover of his latest album. Houston has an album, y'all. Houston, is this your second solo album? Houston is the musician, quite talented. His album is on Spotify. Go ahead and plug yourself, Houston. Yeah, Houston is in New York City, but he may be coming to California soon, which is funny. And I'm a pick on Houston for a second. See, when I lived in New York, around like the first time when Houston and I started getting really tight, he was like, I love New York City. I'm born and raised here. I'm never going to leave. And then a few years ago, he came to California for the first time and fell in love with it. And he was like, yeah, I could live here. And I was like, oh, really? And now he might be moving out here. So I love picking on him about that. But Houston's one of my faves. I love him so much. I cannot wait to see him again. He was one of the people that I hated leaving behind the most because he and I are so close. We vibe so close together. We share a lot of the same views. We think so much alike. I adore him. So yeah, it's on Spotify and stuff, right, Houston? Bye, Bunny. We're actually going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes. I think I've talked your ears off enough. I'm so grateful you guys were here. Brock O'Hearn is extremely hot. He's young, though. I think he's only like, he's either like just turning 30 or hold on. I'm going to look that up right now. Hey, Google, how old is Brock O'Hearn? He is 28 years old. I am 10 years older than him. Absolutely not. We're not doing that. Nope. As beautiful as that man is, he is a tall, he's like, I think he said he's 6'7". I wouldn't know what to, that is a mountain that I don't know if I could climb. That's 10 whole years. He is beautiful though. He is beautiful. I just whew, no, no, no cougar hunts. You know how I feel about young dudes. Like I'm making a pass for Brad because Brad's about to be 31. Tanya, did you ever tell me that before? That you were older than Ben? I don't know. Well, see, that's different because like Ben's at least in his 30s, right? Like Brock's brain just recent he's 28, so it just recently became fully formed. So but he seems like he has his stuff together. Like he seems very level-headed from the social media posts. Like you can only tell. See, that's not that bad. Oh, but oh well. I don't know. Like part of me wants to ask oh, for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, there's this YouTube channel that I started recently following called The Gem Goddess. And she does like pick a card readings. And so she has the piles of cards and she's like, pick whichever pile you feel the most drawn to. And then you go to her description box and she has the timestamps for that particular stack of cards. And I'm the type of person that I like to choose my deck with crystals. So she'll have crystals at the bottom. And the last video I think she put up was like, what does your soulmate look like? And I put this on Twitter, but she was like, this is somebody who's your soulmate is somebody who's very attractive. He's known for being attractive. Like, yeah, tarot cards. And it's like people, like everybody stops and stares at them when they see them. So like a lot of people are attracted to them. It's somebody that works out because there was like a card that represented stone. She uses quite a few decks in her readings. So it's like this is somebody that has a very strong jawline, somebody that's very muscular, very well built. And I'm just like, I wonder. Oh, bye, Miss Goldheart. So yeah, I was like, I wonder because I do like very masculine, not masculine, but I do like very masculine men. Muscular. I can't speak tonight. Muscular men. And I'm like, Henry Cavill has a strong jawline. Actually, most of the men I love have very strong jawlines. So I'm like, it could be any of them. Oh, and another thing was it's like he doesn't see his own beauty. So like a lot of people tell them that they're beautiful, but they're like, no, I don't, I don't see that. I'm just like, I wonder. Actually, a lot of her a lot of her readings, like I do like tall guys. I'm tall. I'm 5'9". So I love tall men. But that's because I'm tired of dating guys who take issue with the fact that I love wearing heels. So, and also, having to look up when you go to kiss somebody is kind of fun. So, but I've dated guys my height. I've dated guys who are a little bit shorter. So I don't I have a type, but I tend not one person that I have dated, except for maybe my friend Daniel, have been my type. Daniel's probably the absolute closest that I ever came to my type. Listen, being tall is not all that fun. You have people who ask you constantly to get things from high shelves for you. People always assume that you play basketball. Again, I run into the problem of guys taking issue with me wearing heels because I'm already tall. It's like, let me wear my shoes. So there are pros and cons to being tall and pros and cons to being short. It's all how we roll with the punches, my dear. Oh, hitch it. Yes. Actually, I don't know if you guys can, you probably can't see it. Like I have a little knot right here because I hit my head on my bookcase. Why would some? Because okay, so I dated a friend of mine. I'm still friends with him. My friend Adam. We are we are the exact same height. We're both 5'9", and because he took issue with it. He was like, "Why do you always have to wear those tall shoes?" What I went on a date with a guy, and I was wearing boots, really cute boots, and he was like, did you have to wear did you have to wear the tall shoes? You're already tall enough. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing? So yeah, it's always something. It's always something with guys that I date. Like, there's always something that they just can't deal with. It's like guys saying that they have a problem with, or I'm not going to turn this into my trials and tribulations with datings live. That'll be another thing. Maybe I'll do a story time. Oh, but yeah, it is what it is. All I know is that the right guy for me won't care. Hopefully he'll be taller. I don't know. I think I'm the same height as Zac Efron. So and he dated a model, so models tend to be tall, so hopefully he doesn't care. And yes, I have every faith. Story time. The funny thing is, I haven't really been out on a lot of bad dates. I think the worst dates I think there are two. There was one date where it's like you could tell neither of us were into each other. Like we were, the guy started off the date by inviting me to his house. And by the end of the night, he's like, you know what? I have to get up early in the morning. So why don't we just take a rain check I'm like, oh, and then the guy with the boots. Oh, thank you. I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to remain consistent and give people content and just really just be myself on my channel. Cause apparently that's all anybody wants is just for people to be real. There's a lot of full promise that I will never change. You guys will always come first. Oh, because I don't even know. I don't even know if it's possible really to get up to um, do the heights and the numbers that my faves have done. So, but if the gods have, no, you guys are flattering me so much. But if the gods have bigger plans for me, and this is meant to go somewhere, then I don't expect it to go to my head. I know I'm not humble. Ask Houston. Would I ever do online interviews? Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Houston, you have interviewed me before. So I would love to do interviews. I used to want that to be my job when I was younger, up until about, I want to say 5 years ago. That was one of my dreams, was to be famous. Now, with the way fame is, I'm okay. I'm okay being little old me and not having my name in lights, because that's a just the privacy aspect of it. Like, I like being, well, back when we could go to the store, I liked being able to go to the store and not be bothered. If I wanted to go to a restaurant, not having to worry about, okay, are people like taking pictures of me over their shoulders? Are people going to come up and ask me for an autograph while it's like, are people going to come into my space asking me for, while I'm cutting into my steak? You know, if I want to go to Disneyland, are people going to be like, or is it going to be a security hazard because people recognize me? You know, there are little things that I'm glad that I don't have to deal with. But yeah, that used to be my dream. My dream used to be being famous. Now my dream is just to find a place to, I just want to perform again. I that's all I want. I want to perform again. I want to be on stage again. Um oh, Stasia. Hey baby. Yeah, because like you have those people who like constantly pick at every single thing you do. It's like you make it, I mean, as much as people say they dislike cancel culture, like sadly, like if you screw up, if you say one word wrong, if you do something, if even if you're just too annoying, like people can cancel you like that. And it's like, well, what do you do? You know, you can only that like it granted some of the backlash for them is warranted, but like I look at the two big J's, Jaclyn Hill and James Charles, it's like I think people there again, some of the hate towards them is warranted, but sometimes it's like people just have a hate boner for them. And yeah, I think that's one of the things that keeps me going is because I know I have friends online and offline who would keep me in check. They'd be like, "Hey, miss, madam, you're getting a little too big for your britches. I don't like this road you're going down. I'm gonna need you to bring it back." But you know, I could never uh I mean, I'm careful. Yeah, people do take cancel culture too far. Like I'm very careful with my words anyway because I am friends with several people from different walks of life. So, yeah, that's true. You can't breathe without offending someone. I think you have to be very well grounded. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people found got their fame very young and they they have yes men around them. They don't have somebody around them to be like, hey, how about maybe not do this? Maybe try something else. Like I don't think let's talk about it. You have James Charles with his latest scandal with the you had the mugshot challenge, and a lot of people felt triggered by that. And honestly, I think the whole mugshot thing shouldn't be a thing because it's like, you know, but I understand why James did it because he hopped on a TikTok trend. Because again, maybe I should make that video. Maybe I should take that video for like the endless need to chase clout, the need um to jump on trends in order keep keep your name in people's mouths and to stay high profile. Like it makes no sense. Like, do I think that James should have gotten the heat that he got? No, because there were people that did it before him and nobody said anything. You know, you have people out here, you know, painting black eyes and putting fake blood on and to be relevant. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I don't care about being relevant. I just want to make content. I want to connect to an audience. Like I said, I'm here to educate, entertain, inform, and inspire. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. And I think like I'm young enough to remember when Nick Nolte got pulled over for a DUI and he was disheveled. I've seen, I'm young enough to remember when Mel Gibson got a DUI. when Paris Hilton got a DUI, all of the Lindsay Lohan DUIs, and I think that's probably what it where it stemmed from, where people were like, we have celebrities and they're cute in their mugshots, so let's do that. And I'm like, yeah. And the thing with James is that he's extremely very young. Uh-huh. Oh, you're welcome. Like I said, my mom struggled. I struggled with depression, and I don't think it's something that needs to be used for in the way that Trisha Paytas used it. So I'm here for you guys. Celebrities being nasty to fans. Uh what's the reason? I was about to do the Cardi B meme. What is the reason? But I mean, I know that there are times where fans cross the line. Like, I hear countless stories of like fans going to finding out where a celebrity lives and going to their houses thinking it's going to be okay. But just to be mean, especially with Ellen, because she projects her whole thing is about being nice and being kind to others and extending kindness to those who share different views than you. And then you hear that this person is really nasty in real life. It's disheartening. Um, yeah, no, celebrities can't be on 24/7. I know that one of the people I wish he would do some better content. Um, I wish he would get back into acting and doing something else. But Ian Somerhalder, um, there's a video of him, a fan posted it, I think on Twitter, where he was home in Louisiana and fans found out where his hotel was. Oh, no, no, no. He wasn't in Louisiana. He was in Brazil. And he was trying to tell his fans that he was tired and that he wasn't going to be taking pictures and won't be doing autographs, but he was shouting at them. And I was like, why are you shouting? Why are you shouting? There's no reason to shout. But again, I don't know. He could have been tired. He could have been jet lagged. There are just wanted to get into sleep, but you when you hear these horrible things about your faves, it's like part of you wants to go, well, what was happening? But then it's like, do I have anything to base that on? No, because I don't know that person. But when you hear the same thing over and over and over again from several different people, when they all have the same story, and I mean like numbers of people, it's like back when I wanted to be a movie star, like I already had a list of actors that I didn't want to work with because I heard that they were monsters on set. And it was always because that's what you heard from their co-stars. It's like, okay, I probably don't want to work with that person, but I probably wouldn't have had a choice had I pursued that. But I know there are like co-stars who still they'll never work with that person again because they were a mess. But it's sad. It's always sad when you hear about somebody who projects this air of goodness and wholesomeness and you find out that they're the opposite of that. It's like, how how do you build your brand on being one thing and then I'm getting all these pop-up guys, I'm sorry, and then turn out to be this? And that's another thing with social media, like people forget that you're a human. People forget that you're just, a girl or a guy that has a job that's different from theirs. And yeah, it affords you certain privileges. It affords you a completely different lifestyle. But it makes people kind of forget normalcy. Like, it's like if if a celebrity, oh, like remember that whole uproar when like Jason Momoa wasn't in Aquaman shape and like he had let his body get a little soft and everybody was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" It's like he's not working out because he's not doing a film. Like, and also those movies make the men and women in them work out to a point where um their bodies can't be maintained. Like that's not healthy. Like men dehydrate themselves. Like Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, he talked about how he wasn't allowed to drink water when he was filming. Yeah. Yeah. And that's that too. It's like a lot of it happens on both sides, I'm noticing. Um, where celebrities just get so out of touch with reality. That's like that damn Imagine thing. Like we all know Gal Gadot had good intentions. It's like we're gonna lift you up. It's like no, we want you to open your purse and help people who really need it right now. We don't need to be sung at. And then you have on the other side, you have the fans that put people on so high of a pedestal that it's like the minute that person makes a mistake, it's all over for them. Not so much as when I was a kid. Like I remember when if you got a DUI, your career was over. You know, when I was a little kid, you know, like hell, if one of the new kids on the block went to jail, wouldn't listen to them anymore. That was me as a kid. But now it's like, well, you just should have called an Uber, dude. Figure it out. You know better. But now it's like, especially in the social media sphere where it's like you can be canceled for anything, saying anything. It's it's treacherous waters. And thankfully some of the good ones managed to make it through, but you and I both know that there are a lot of people out in these streets who don't know how to use their fame. They don't know what to do with it. All they're trying to do is maintain it, and they're going to dastardly lengths to do so. And it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. But I've been talking at you guys for an hour and 35 minutes. Oh, so why don't we go ahead and say good night? Yes, it is a PC world we live in. But I think the level that some people take it to is way too much. But yeah, we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank Kane and Houston again for being my moderators. We had 0 trolls in here tonight, so I thank you guys so much. Oh, you caught that. Oh God, I love you guys so much. I think I'm gonna make this a weekly thing. I'm thinking we're gonna do, instead of Friday Night Lights, it's gonna be Friday Night Lives. I love you guys so much, and I will see you. I will see you guys in my next video. It might be a meditate with me. All right. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you guys. Good night.